My name is Basil Sheeran. I'm the Chief Financial Officer here at Kerry Airport. We're a fully commercial airport handling commercial flights. We have 65 or so direct employees at Kerry Airport, but indirectly on site here with car hires, taxis, bar, restaurant, whatever, we've about 135. We have significant business travel, which would be twice a day to Dublin. Otherwise, it's mainly tourism that we're attracting. We would have a considerable amount of private traffic through the corporate jet business that would come here, especially over the summer, mainly driven by golf tourism with the well-known Kerry internationally famous golf clubs. We're proud to say that we are, outside of Dublin, the busiest corporate jet airport in Ireland. The previous system was actually here when I came in 1994. It never expanded, it never added on. Eventually then it started to give us trouble. There was no online support. We'd have to wait till someone would come to us maybe next week to fix the problem, whatever. We just found that it was time to relook at what is out there. We had discussions with some people who have experience of the iPECS product, and it was highly recommended to us, and we were happy then to make that change.
My name is Liam Tracy. I'm the owner and managing director of GoldStar Telecommunications. We're in business nearly 40 years now. We're the iPECS distributors for Ireland. So when Kerry Airport came to us, they had an old legacy PBX, was running a mixture of ISDN basic rate circuits and also had a PRI circuit that was in place for a number of years. As Basil said, support and continuity on that system was no longer in place. A key focus for every site that we go to is, can we offer a better solution, but can we also save the customer some money? They had a large rental base of ISDN and PRI, so what we did was we put forward a solution where we would have IP for a lot of their communications, but also to give them peace of mind. So we weren't going from A to Z in one step. We were able to add some of their ISDN footprint into the system.
The regulatory aspects of our business has changed so much. The old system couldn't come up to that. We had to really look at something that would cover us and cover the areas of the regulatory requirements that are quite stringent on tower, on aircraft movements, on speaking to aircraft. That had to be covered, and that was the number one priority for me. Now that we're becoming more modern, there were a number of features that we needed to start looking at. The facility to transfer your calls onto mobiles. Most of us are mobile friendly, and we need to be on the move during the day, and we need to be able to transfer our calls onto our mobiles, which was very important. One of the problems of the old system as well was my monthly costs. The carrier at the time was very expensive. Overseas calls, which we do a lot, was very expensive.
A big part of the overall solution was how to handle call recording within the airport. There was two separate aspects to the call recording. So it was non-tower related call recording, and then obviously tower related call recording. With the non-tower related call recording, we implemented IPCR. For the tower side, we had to provide a solution to the call recording system that was in place to allow for dual recording of the tower telephony devices. That proposed a difficult challenge because recording from one to one is okay, but for recording from many to many isn't something a normal switch will cope with. So we had to go to market, we had to do a lot of research. We decided on deploying an iPECS UCP 100, which allows us to connect in ISDN, but also IP. We have IP handsets on the desk, so a mixture of LIP 1030s, LIP 1020s, and maybe a few 1010s for areas that needed a smaller footprint on the desk. We also deployed some IP DECT, some GDC 110 base stations with 120 handsets. That allowed the guys in the tower the peace of mind to be able to go from their station knowing that they were fully contactable and their calls would also be recorded on that IP DECT handset. I think a big part of winning the tender was the manufacturer that we were partnering with to provide the solution. In iPECS, it was a brand that Kerry Airport were aware of, knew of its reliability, knew of other customers using it, and it gave us an extra leg up, I suppose, in the tendering process.
The main benefit for us is it works, it stays up. The support side of it is excellent for us. Internally wise, the communication has improved. All staff are contactable during the day, which is very important for an airport because we have to have valid information, up-to-date information at all times, especially in relation to the movement of aircraft coming and going.
A huge part of the overall solution, I suppose, is it gave Kerry Airport the confidence that they were dealing with a vendor in IPECS and a supplier in GoldStar that were able to provide and could cope with the regulatory requirements that the airport has, especially in terms of call recording. And it's great that we're able to provide a solution that they have full confidence in.
To summarise, my view now of GoldStar and IPECS at this stage is 100% satisfaction. I'm very happy to have brought them on board. They've done a huge amount of positive for us and has brought us up into the 21st century.